Hey everyone, Vieve's Skin Nova Complexion Balm is finally back in stock. So I purchased it, I've been testing it out for the past week, and today I'm ready to bring you my thoughts. So if that sounds like something that you might be interested in, then please do keep on watching. If I had €1 for every time somebody asked me to review this complexion balm, seriously, got the email to say it was back in stock, and I don't think I've ever purchased anything as quick in my whole life. So the big question is, why didn't I review this the first time round when it was actually in stock? And do you know, I have to be honest about Vieve complexion products in general. Sometimes I don't know what they're supposed to be. Okay, so this says that it's a Skin Nova Complexion Balm, and I was thinking, okay, is this a foundation? Is it a tint? What is it? I don't know what it's supposed to be. And the same goes for one of my favourite Vieve products, which is the Super Skin Nova Moisture Rich Primer. Okay, so it's a primer, but it really is more of a moisturizer. It's kind of a hybrid. So I feel like with some Vieve products, I don't really know what they are. Okay, they're not very explicit. I would say that this is a foundation. Okay, that's how I would describe this. So this complexion balm cost me €42, and for that you get 30ml of product. It comes in 20 flexible shades. It has a medium to buildable coverage and a second skin finish. All Vieve products are 100% vegan and cruelty free. It is formulated with niacinamide, Orpheus flower extract, which helps with skin rejuvenation and firming whilst enhancing radiance, Resurrection plant complex, which contains hyaluronic acid. It contains an ingredient I've never heard of before, which is called polyglutamic acid, which holds 4 times more moisturizer than hyaluronic acid, which hydrates and reduces the appearance of pores and wrinkles. It has collagen amino acids, which help to plump and smooth the skin. So the one thing that I want to address before we move forward, and it's very, very important, and this is also applicable to the primer moisturizer as well. These products have an incredibly strong fragrance. I'm luckily not sensitive to it. If you are sensitive to fragrance in any way, shape or form, I would steer clear. If you've tried Vieve, you'll know it's her signature scent. And it's not bad, but I don't love it. I really don't love the fragrance. Because I've been wearing it a few times now, I've got used to it. But the first time I used it, I was a little bit, okay, this is a really strong fragrance. So just be wary of that if you are sensitive to it. One word about the packaging, I think it's fine. It's plastic packaging for travel and things like that. Very, very convenient. The only thing that I have on my face today is moisturizer, the same skin prep routine that I have every single day. So I think for the application, for the demonstration, I will show you one half of my face with the Vieve Super Skin Nova primer. So I think we'll go in with a little bit of primer on this side. I always have my skin information listed in the description box below. But for anybody that's wondering right away, I am 42 with dry skin. I have very thin skin, aging skin, which is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to have aging skin, but my skin has definitely made a transition from being normal to dry in recent times. So it is a challenge to find a really, really good foundation. So if you're wondering what this is like, this is actually brilliant. Now, I've not had this long and I've used so much of it. So this is the Super Skin Nova. And as I said, it's one of those products that I didn't really know what it was, because it's a primer, but it feels like a moisturizer, but it has a little bit of color to it. I was expecting it to give kind of a really, really super glowy base, but it doesn't give a super glowy base. It just gives a lot of hydration to the skin. I don't think that it gives any coverage of any sort. It's like a primer moisturizer hybrid in my opinion. So I'm just going to do one half of my face with the primer. It really is lovely, this. It's very hydrating, sinks right in, and it definitely does make a difference to how my makeup looks on a daily basis, and it definitely makes a difference to how long it lasts. I've really not decided how I like to apply this. Honestly, I kind of like how this looks when I apply it with my fingers, which is so not like me. I've tried it with all kinds of brushes and it's fine, but I just find that I get a more even application when I apply it with my fingers, and I hate it. I really, really hate touching a foundation and tints with my fingers. I don't know why. Am I weird? Yeah, I know I am. I'm weird, aren't I? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply one side with my fingers and then the other side with a brush and see if you notice a difference. So I'm just going to show you this on the back of my hand again. I know I've shown you a little swatch there, but I'll just show you the shade. So I picked up the shade 230, which is a light medium neutral shade. I do feel like they could have had another neutral shade between, I think, let me just have a look. So in terms of the neutral shades, for me, it was either 120 or 230 light medium. So I thought that it was quite a big jump between the two. It's probably a smidge too dark for me at the moment, but it's because it's a flexible shade, it's absolutely fine. So let me show you 230. Now I just want to show you the consistency. Now, you see there that it looked a bit runny at first, but it just stops. It's a really, really thick consistency that I was genuinely not expecting. I thought, again, like I said, I didn't really know what this was. Is it a foundation? Is it a tint? And I was expecting it to be a barely there product, really, really fluid. It's really thick. Yeah, so that's it blended out next to it. And you can see that it is still not running anywhere there, is it? So we've got the primer on this side. I'll go in with my fingers over here. So a little definitely does go a long way with this. You see, I feel like this is actually a decent olive shade. I don't know about you, but I definitely see some green in there. I don't know whether that's just in my head. Wouldn't be the first time. So we'll just give this a rub. Now, it feels lovely. It just feels like a really nice cream. I guess it feels like a balm, like it says. So this is one half done. One half with nothing apart from the primer. And you can see how little I've used. A really tiny amount. Honestly, this really does go such a long way. So now I'm going to use this brush. This is the BK Beauty A101 brush. It's basically a smaller version of the BK Beauty 101 brush, and I found it the best kind of brush to pop on this foundation in particular. So I will work my brush into the foundation and then just press it into the skin. And I'm not bringing any of this underneath my eyes because that's where I will be putting my concealer. Okay, so there's the application, and I still have a really good amount left on my hand. And I think you'll be able to see that, especially down my neck here, that it is slightly too dark for me. But I think there's going to be a few people in the same boat as me. So I'm a light to medium olive neutral. And I feel like the only other option for me would have been 120, I think it was. And that is just would have been too light for me. So I don't know. I don't know in relation to the shade. Definitely doesn't oxidize though, for anybody that is wondering. Okay, so now that that's complete, let's just have a quick look at a side by side of a before and an after. Here is my skin Okay, I'm going to go and finish off the rest of my makeup, and then I'll be back to show you some daylight footage and tell you what I really think about this foundation. So I haven't powdered my face at all, so I only have blush, bronzer, a little bit of concealer and powder under my eyes, but nothing on the rest of my face. I've just been taking a really good look at both sides of my face, and this is the side with the primer, and this has no primer. And I think being nitpicky, it does look slightly smoother with the primer. Now, I've not tried this with any other primer other than the Vieve, but I do think that this looks good with or without a primer. I think it claims to be a skin-like finish, and I was kind of expecting, well, first of all, I was expecting a skin tint, so I wasn't really expecting any coverage, and I think it does give you a good, I would say, light medium coverage. Not light coverage, but a medium that's on the lighter side, but it definitely is a buildable complexion product. It definitely, evens out that complexion. It does cover some problematic areas, but it does allow for your skin to come through, and I really like that about it. So it's not an overly glowy foundation, I don't think. I would just say it's very skin-like, with quite a lot of luminosity to it. This is a finish that I absolutely love, and if you have a similar skin type to me, so dry, or if you have normal skin, I think you would really enjoy this. And I genuinely think that even if you had an oilier skin type, you would like this, because it's not overly dewy. It doesn't feel like it's going to slip and slide off the skin. It's definitely a foundation that settles into the skin. It doesn't sit on top of it. It does remain tacky on the skin for a little period of time. It does definitely dry down. And I have to say about this foundation, it's so incredibly flattering. It does not emphasize anything on my face that I don't want it to. It doesn't settle into a single teeny tiny fine line, and you can tell that it's packed with those hydrating skincare ingredients. And I have a real love-hate relationship with niacinamide, and recently I've tried a few tints that have had niacinamide in, and it's not gone well. Okay, it's not gone great. I didn't know until afterwards that this had niacinamide in, and it has not reacted with my skin. It's not caused it to pill or separate. It's not caused any breakouts. So you may remember that I recently tried the Milk Hydro Grip Skin Tint. This complexion balm from Vieve looks the same as the Milk when you put it on. Not as dewy, but very, very similar in the fact that it looks like I've got really plumped and hydrated, nice skin. This one did not wear well on me, unfortunately. I know I'm like the only one to not like this skin tint. Whereas this one, I find so blurring and so smoothing. This is everything that I wanted the Milk tint to be. Out of these two, I would most definitely go for the Vieve. It's just better. It is just better. Now, we have to bear in mind that everybody's skin is different and everybody's experiences are different. And if we just take some look at some daylight footage that I've taken for you. So on this day, I did wear it with the Vieve Super Skin Nova with the moisturizer primer. Look at how hydrated and plumped my skin looks. And remember, I'm 42, I have dry skin, and there's nothing on my face there that looks dry. And I did think to myself, okay, well, it looks good now, but it's definitely not going to look good in 8 to 10 hours. But if you look at this footage, I think this was about 9 hours after the first bit of footage that I'd taken. And oh my gosh, it looks absolutely beautiful. I've not had any of my oils coming through and disturbing this. I mean, to be fair, I don't have a great deal of oils coming through these days, but I do have some, and I don't think it's shifted at all, this foundation. It's not broken away in any certain area. So the second day that I wore this with absolutely no primer at all, just moisturizer. And I think that it is a little bit more glowy than it was on the previous day, but still really, really gorgeous. And I took some footage of the foundation. This was 10 hours after, and I think it still looks really, really nice. Yes, it's faded a little bit, but it's still there. My skin still looks evened out. It still looks hydrated, and nothing has settled into lines. Nothing has accentuated any texture or dryness. It just looks really, really good. If you're looking for something that is just going to enhance your skin, still going to give you coverage, is going to leave you looking plump and healthy, and it's going to last all day, then I can't recommend this enough. Yeah, I'm a massive fan, and I do feel like it took quite a long time for me to get a hold of, but it was definitely worth the wait. And so that is it. Definitely a very positive review on this occasion. I really do love Vieve products. If you've not tried any of them, definitely check them out. If you would like to see maybe a full face of Vieve at some point, let me know and I will make that happen. Actually, if there's any full face of any brand that you would like to see at some point, let me know. I've been trying to think about which brand I want to kind of spotlight next, and I don't know actually what you would like to see. So let me know down in the comments, what would you like to see? And if there are any video suggestions that you have that you would like from me, let me know, because like I said, this has been requested so many times, honestly, and I feel like I'm a bit late to the game now, but yeah, we got there eventually, didn't we? We got there eventually. So do let me know, have you tried this Vieve Complexion Balm? What do you think of it? Are there any Vieve products that you absolutely love? Let us know everything down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. I so appreciate you being here with me. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. But until then, take care and bye for now.